Hi, welcome to the Qrvey Quick Start Part 2. And in this part, we're going to build the dashboard that we ultimately embed in Part 3. So if you've been following along so far in Part 1, you now have a data set that we can use to start building a dashboard. And regardless of whether you're a pro or an ultra customer, all the steps in Part 2 are the same. So let's get started. I'm going to go over and click Dashboard here. And then I'm going to click New Dashboard and choose the fixed grid layout, which basically means that as I lay the charts out, they are sure to not reposition themselves as the browser's resized. I'm going to resize the canvas to 1920 pixels. That's the standard for most monitors these days. And I'm going to click on Create New Chart. Now, what I'm going to do is build two metric indicators and a bar chart. So I'm going to click on the indicator chart, and I'm going to add number of orders here. You're welcome to create whatever charts you want as a demo. I'll call this chart total orders. And then what I'm going to do is duplicate this chart since I want the same exact chart, but this time I'm going to choose the total spend column. And I'm going to call this chart total spend, and this is currency. So I'll go over to styles, select currency. I'll update the decimals to 0 places. And I'll save this chart. Now I'm going to create one more chart. And it's going to be a bar chart. And I'm going to compute the total spend by region. So I'll just drag region into the category. And then what I'm going to do is drag total spend over to the value shelf. And this is also currency, so I'm going to click on the 3-dot menu here, go down to value format, and set currency. Decimal places will be 0 again. And I'm going to call this chart total spend by region. Okay, so now I have a dashboard that I'm ready to embed, but before we do that, we have to make sure that the dashboard is in a published state. So I'm going to click Publish. And the last thing we might want to do is see what the dashboard would look like to the end user once the dashboard's embedded. So I'll click on the Interact button here. And now we get a good idea as to what the dashboard will look like once it's embedded. So with that, let's go back to the design page here and go straight to part 3 where we will embed this dashboard.